Boomershines, and we have a dream of doing the Great American Loop with ourselves, our 2 little kids, and our 2 kittens. But first, we gotta find a boat. So welcome to episode 9.
Episode 9 of, say it with me, V.B.S.
Virtual boat shopping. Okay, so before we dive into today's boat, if you haven't watched our April update, you may not know. So we'll tell you that we don't have a boat, but we have a boat name.
And a boat logo. And swag. If you want any swag, go to the Boomershines.com, go to shop. And we got a mug, a hat, a raincoat.
Be kind, be wise, be brave. We're creative visual people, so it just had to be done.
You get some swag and go on the journey with us.
Yes.
Just be there with us.
There's more information about that on the April update. So that's that. Now let's look at
some more boats.
Some boats. What are we looking at today?
All right, so today, Senda, we're gonna look at. This would fall into the older boat category of boats that are older, less expensive, but still just as good as some of the boats out there. In fact, for boats 3 times as much, 5 times the amount of what some of these are, you can't find something with the room and space and features that this boat has. It's a lot of buildup, right?
This is a big buildup.
All right, so it's a Viking 55. Viking being the brand that builds a lot of offshore fishing boats.
And they also built the Viking Princess.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I really liked.
Yep. A lot of people say a fishing boat is offshore fishing boat. It's a battle wagon, you know, kind of tough. Anyway, so that's what this is. It's a 1991. This particular one is in Palmetto, Florida. And
it's listed for $289,900.
Which is a lot of boat for the money.
Okay, let's look.
First, let's look at the statistical information.
55 feet long.
So it's interesting. Its builder is Viking. The designer is Lazara.
You want to tell us about Lazara, Mark?
So our brother-in-law has a large Lazara and fantastic layout. The interior space, everything. So if Lazara designed it, that may be why this boat is so well designed. It also, Viking worked with
Gulfstream. I think it was Gulfstream. These were at one point called Gulfstreams, and Gulfstream was getting into all sorts of manufacturing, and they were kind of new and revolutionary, and they looked at the boat market and said,
am I putting you to sleep? They said there's a better way to make space on the inside of the boat, and so that's what we have here. I thought that was very interesting information. Okay, so it's 55 feet 6 inches. The beam is 17'3".
I love a beanie boat.
Maximum draft is 4'6".
Which is perfect. If you haven't seen our other videos, in order to do the Great American Loop, you have to be under 19 feet 6 inches tall from the waterline to get under the lowest fixed bridge, and you can't draw any more than 6 feet, ideally less than 5 feet, and for us we went 4.5, so this is perfect.
Yeah, and 56,000 pounds, so that's about the same weight as their displacement as a Hatteras.
But we don't know the height.
We don't know the air height, but as we'll look at, I think the bimini goes down. Detroit diesels, bulletproof 2-cycle diesel engines, and 17 knots cruise speed.
Holding tank's only 60 gallons.
Holding tank of 60, fuel tank of 700, so that's actually a little bit light. And number of cabins 4, number of heads 3.
But let's look at the interiors, because
let's do that. So immediately we look up front. This particular boat has a hardtop that's been added. I think for us that's going to prove tricky, because all that hard work that they did to put on this hardtop, we would be then
taking down
dismantling
the bridge.
If you look on the bow, we've got a bow seat.
You ready to live on a boat?
This is one of the ship kitties. Nice overhead.
That's a nice overhead. I like the bench up front.
Mm-hmm. Very Hatteras-esque.
It does remind me a lot of Hatteras in its look.
It's very Hatteras, especially the Motor Yacht 54 model.
That's real Hatteras too. It's not a sexy stern, in my opinion.
Now what Hatteras does better, this is a very small aft area. Hatteras has a larger aft area. So there's not as much outside space.
And that's important because Mark will most likely be painting. Mark's a fine artist and he will be painting outside.
So this would be a smaller painting space. Up on the flybridge, there's the back for perspective. There's the dinghy right there. So we're looking at the aft portion. There's where the dinghy storage. They have a Boston Whaler hard dinghy.
Ooh!
Look how long that space is right there.
I like that.
With the table, it's almost too long. Like, that's a lot of people right there.
I'm down with that. Let's have a party on our boat. Who's coming?
It's got 3 Helm chairs all along each other. There we have a refrigerator, icebox maybe, and a sink.
Okay.
Once again, this is a hard top, so all this was added.
And that's not ideal for us.
Right,
So this boat might get eliminated simply because of that. But there are other versions of this boat that do not have this hard top, that have a bimini, which might work better.
Yeah.
Okay. Likey.
This is the hatch to go down.
Okay.
So it looks like that slides, and then you open this little door.
To go downstairs.
But they're the 3 Helm chairs.
Okay.
So one man's out.
That's fine.
This one has recent electronics. So, kind of like a Hatteras, but not like a Hatteras. Hatteras is more covered, but this is ample space for us
But you don't have a
and the
door
kids.
right there to get in that back space.
There's not a wing door, no.
So you can't run around. You can run around the bow,
Well, you could run through the pilot door
Yeah.
here on either side.
but you can't circumnavigate the...
So later I saw these described as the wide body. I guess because all this is
That falls
interior
out.
space.
I like that.
Yep.
Fender storage.
Only 1 anchor. I'd love to have 2.
You can add that.
Not necessarily. You can have
Really?
2 that you interchange.
Oh, but you don't have
But
room
to
for
have
all
a
the
sand
tank.
hook and a rocky condition, or to have 2 anchors on the same bow pulpit would be really handy. So you're not having to just
Gotcha.
change them. So that's pretty tight right there.
Yeah, you're not really hanging out back. I mean, you could on those.
You're not having your al fresco dining, but that once again could
You're
be
gonna
up
do
on
it
the
up top.
flybridge.
Okay.
All right, we start getting inside. So one of the features here is it's a legit, like that's a staircase with a railing versus a ladder.
Up to the flybridge.
Mm-hmm.
Groovy! I love the like 80s mid-century open stairs and that curved railing.
So ignore the flooring, the fabrics, all that stuff. Let's look at the hard items. You know, the woodwork and craftsmanship on this looks pretty good. And some of the reviews I've read said it's very well put together.
Okay.
You know, a lot of boats, this would all be fiberglass or something. Raw fiberglass. So it's wood.
I don't love the floor with it, but that's easy to fix.
Yeah. This stairway is going up, and then this one
It's going down.
is going down to the aft cabin, which is all under here.
Okay.
So that would be you and me.
Now,
But look at,
that's great space.
yeah, so you've got
Love.
an L-shaped sofa and an L-shaped dining area with a galley with a pass-through right here for the food.
Okay, I love that. Obviously, I give it our own aesthetic, but that space and everything is fantastic.
Just pretty good space.
Feels light and bright. Love.
Like that's family dinner night. That's not making something work. That is,
Like, let's have a proper dinner
Yeah.
together, which we love a family dinner.
that's
to
how
us.
family ties are made. But the bolster here is nice and, you know,
Yeah, that's great.
and once again, this pass-through right here. That's,
Okay, well, let's
Handy.
look at the galley.
this is a 55-foot boat. That's what's amazing to me.
The bunny wreath.
They like
Okay,
the wreaths.
that's awesome. Keep going.
I mean, it's 90s. It's 90s aesthetic.
Okay, but we can fix all that. The double Fisher Paykel's, I'm assuming that's either a trash compactor or an ice maker. Or dishwasher. No, the Fisher Paykel's are
Fisher
your dishwasher.
Paykel's are dishwashers. This is a
The
trash
drawers.
compactor. This is a glass cooktop, which, you know, if we put solar on there and this were a induction cooktop, that would work perfectly there. But look at those counter space here, 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 this
I'm
whole
sold
thing.
on the kitchen. Galley, sorry.
Galley.
I knew I was gonna get it.
And a pass through to the helm right there or to the rest of the space.
Love it. And if you want to show
And all this cabinetry
I love
and
it.
that storage.
Love it. This might be my favorite. Where's their fridge? I assume it's on the other side.
Yeah, so then, and then you have this space here and this
Microwave.
storage here and a full fridge and storage up here.
Love it. I don't see a proper oven, but we can address that. I need to be able to bake cookies.
And then right on the other side of this is the helm. So we talked about the other day a boat that was more open floor plan living.
Well, Lazara does a good job of designing boats like that.
Yeah, but you know, if it got nasty weather and I needed to focus on being at the helm, it's separate. I don't think there's a door here. Okay, so you see the stairwell, it's bringing us down here. This particular one has stabilizers, pretty good electronics, good old clunky, we're like in gear.
I like that.
It's center line, you know, it's not to the right or the left. For me, that just seems balanced to be in the center of the boat as you're at the helm.
Okay.
I assume this is a panel, you know, chart. You can put your charts there. Once again, look, galley. Oh, I can see all the way through to the
back
salon area.
I mean, it feels like a big boat.
Now we're going down the stairs.
Okay.
To the 3 cabins in the bow.
Okay, so this could potentially be Tudor.
She's got plenty of counter space, storage here.
That's a great stateroom.
I guess that's a door to the closet.
Or the head.
This is probably access to the chain locker.
For the anchor.
Yep.
Okay.
So is that the head door right there? Or is that a closet?
I think that one's the closet. I don't know.
No, there's the head. That's closet. This is all storage. That's a ton of storage.
Okay, so
and look at the woodwork. Look at the door.
That's pretty. So, Tudor would have her own bathroom, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Look at the door on the shower. That's just cool.
That is cool.
The 90s,
yeah,
you know,
we'd update that.
brass. Shower's not huge,
we're good
but
at that.
all right. And
Okay.
here's where this boat really starts to shine. So I think we've turned around from her space,
looking to the stern of the boat,
and we're looking aft, and it's a Jack and Jill. So you got 2 rooms, and they share the same bathroom. So the kids would be in separate rooms, but the same bathroom. But they could play in separate rooms and then sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
So this is the port side. So it's got a twin bed, hanging locker, and space to play on the floor here.
Love it. That's
So
the
that's
same
that.
bedroom. Same bedroom.
Same bedroom. The mirror is tricking
Playing
us.
trickery.
There's the bathroom. So you would walk in through here and then go right through there and emerge onto the. Oh, sorry.
Keep going.
Onto the other
Yay,
bedroom.
We've emerged to the bunk room.
So the way this would probably work, they would play in that other room and then they would both sleep in this room.
I mean, if this was today, we're talking a year from now, and Belle might want her own space by then.
And then once again, this one has a hanging locker. I think there's some drawers and room to play on the floor here.
Super livable. I love this setup. I love it, love it, love it. Not as much as I love the 65-foot boat we looked at, but this seems a little more practical.
Mm-hmm. So they were back in the main area and we're going, we haven't even seen
the master.
The master or the masterhead. All right, so wait. This is the other part I love about this boat. We go down the stairs. This must be storage. It's not washer and dryer because the buildup.
Wait for it. But I do love this master. Again, I would rather have additional storage where that little
settee,
sofa. But we can work with all of that.
Mm-hmm. But that's huge space.
Huge space, great makeover potential.
I love this.
Yeah, it feels residential in what you've got. Is there a hanging closet in there?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, that's all.
2.
Yeah.
And these drawers here, and the drawers over there.
I love this boat.
There's the head for the master.
Makeover.
But that is, residential. All right, and you got nightstands with drawers.
I love this layout. Okay, here.
All right,
we're about to get to the good part. I don't know why we think this is the good part, but.
So you're going back, forward, hang a Louis. Look at this. There's a utility room with storage here, a countertop, storage here, and a washer dryer.
In a proper laundry room.
And then, an engine hatch door. Engine room, stand up with a workbench.
It's the little things. How do those engines look?
Detroit diesels.
Yeah, there's like...
With Fram oil filters. Fram aren't the best, but there's it's nicely laid out. You've got the AC units over here. Here's your panel. Here's the generator with a work table and a vise.
Random question. I'm used to like a hatch to get down to the engine room. You're walking through our like master hallway to get, is it the only way in there?
Mm-hmm.
And do we think it's gonna make the downstairs stateroom smell like engine? I know you love that smell, but
I don't know. You gotta get on and see, I guess. Oh, look, a Raycor filter, honey. What does a Raycor do?
separates the water from the gasoline. I'm learning during these videos.
From the diesel.
Oh, the fuel. Can I say fuel? Does that cover both? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's clean, it's laid out.
It's great makeover potential. It's great space.
Hot water heater.
The only thing it doesn't have is like a sexy stern that interacts with the water. I think it'll be harder for Rex to fish.
That is a drawback. We could have a bigger swim platform built. That's not too terrible to do.
Cat's going crazy next door.
Here's the stabilizer setup.
Okay.
Manifold for, don't know what that is. Oh, water. I mean, that's a legit engine room. Is it the best looking boat out there? No. It's not terrible.
The biggest issue is the height. You need to address that to see if it even qualifies to do the loop. The floor plan and the use of space is fantastic.
So
the makeover potential is huge. Like, I feel like if we...
Here's another one listed, and look, if you chop this, put a hinge, and all this drops down, then you are not very tall.
Is she holding a dog or a cat?
She's holding a dog, and they also have a bumble on the bow.
I like these people.
So if you assume she's 5 feet tall, right? So there's 5, 10.
It's close.
15.
It's close. But it might work.
There's also a dolphin there.
It's worth asking. It could possibly work. But I love the bones.
Okay, so Viking 55.
I put it on the yes list.
Let's also talk about the money. I mean, now there's a risk. It's an older boat. By saving that money, am I going to be fixing the daily fix it? But it's
and can you get it insured because it's an older boat?
Yeah. There are tons of Detroit diesels out there, so I think people know how to work on. But it is an older boat for less money. So that is something that we would have to consider.
I think you have to look at the individual boat. I think we have to get on the boat.
But for 55 feet, we haven't seen anything with as smart of a layout. Let's call it a smart layout.
It's a smart layout.
Yeah.
It will for us.
And for livability. Yeah. Because this will be a floating home. If it were just us, we would be in an azimuth or something like that felt like Mediterranean, and you'd be in your skimpy bathing suits, drinking rosé all day. But that's not the reality of this adventure.
But I don't get to drink rosé all day?
Well, you still get to do that, and I'd like for you to still wear a skimpy bathing suit. Anyway, this boat gets...
I'm putting it on the yes list.
2 thumbs up?
2 thumbs up.
All right.
Okay, thanks for watching. If you like this crazy review, please like and subscribe. Anything else?
No, thanks for watching.
Shine on!
Bye.